All right. So, if you're in the thick of it, running a dealership, maybe leading the marketing team,
Yeah. Mm,
that feeling, right? Like you're trying to like completely upgrade everything tech-wise,
right.
but at the same time, like hit those sales numbers every single month.
Yeah, it's
It's
like,
almost like you're rebuilding the engine
yeah,
while the car's still running,
while it's on the track. Yeah.
while it's on the track, right?
Yeah.
It really is this constant pressure to perform now and, like you said, adapt for the future.
Absolutely.
And how do we square that circle, especially with something as big as AI?
Exactly. And so that's why we've been looking at this thing called the 30-day AI protocol transformation system.
Okay.
And this is like, think of it like your playbook for actually like
Okay.
making some serious progress with AI
Got it.
and actually like boosting your sales numbers without like throwing everything up in the air.
Okay. I like that.
So really the mission today is like, how can this system
Yeah.
built around these like 30-day cycles actually help dealerships like yours
Yeah.
to really like adopt AI the right way
Yeah.
and not feel overwhelmed by it?
That's it. Because it doesn't have to be this huge, overwhelming project. That
Exactly.
can be something that's kind of baked into what you're already doing.
Exactly.
Month to month.
So let's talk about that core idea,
Okay.
these 30-day cycles.
Yes.
Why is that so effective in like a dealership?
Well, it really aligns with the natural rhythm of the business, right?
Yeah,
Dealerships already operate on this monthly cadence.
totally.
New incentives from the OEMs come out.
Yeah,
You've got marketing strategies that refresh every month.
yeah,
Sales teams have targets they're chasing.
yeah,
The whole structure, the whole mindset is already geared towards that.
yeah. It's how we think.
Right.
It's
yes.
how we measure everything.
Yeah.
So instead of saying, okay, here's AI, let's like figure out how to cram this in.
Totally different timeline.
It's like, no, it actually works with how you're already running things.
Exactly. And so it's much less disruptive.
Yeah.
And it feels like a natural evolution.
Yes.
Rather than trying to shoehorn something in.
I love that. So the materials that we've been looking at,
Yeah.
they use this really interesting analogy of learning a new sport.
Okay.
So how does this transformation actually progress
Okay.
through these cycles?
So cycle one, you can think about it like when an athlete is first learning those basic movements,
Okay.
you're not trying to be like Michael Jordan right out of the gate. You're
Right.
working on your footwork, you're dribbling, just the fundamentals.
Yeah, just the foundation.
And in a dealership, that translates to establishing your core AI systems
Okay.
and getting those early wins.
Got it. So it's not just theoretical learning.
No.
It's actually tied to like, okay, I'm learning this new thing,
Right.
but I'm also getting a result in like marketing and sales.
Yeah. So, for example, your marketing team might be learning how to use AI
Okay.
to create better social media content.
Yeah.
And then they use that content and they launch campaigns.
Yeah.
And they actually see results with lead generation.
So they're learning by doing it.
They're learning by doing it,
Okay, I like that.
getting their hands dirty.
So cycle one, foundation.
Yep.
Cycle two. What happens then?
So, cycle two, think about that athlete again.
Okay.
They're not thinking as much about each individual movement anymore.
Okay.
They're starting to put things together.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
becoming more fluid.
Okay.
And in your dealership, the AI stuff that you put in place in month one,
Right.
that might have felt a little clunky at first.
Yeah.
It's now starting to run a lot smoother.
Okay.
Your team's more comfortable.
Got it.
They're more proficient with the AI tool.
And that's when the results start to compound.
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
Because as your team gets better and as the AI integrates more deeply,
Yeah.
you start to see the snowball effect.
Okay.
The things that took a lot of effort in month one become more automatic.
Got it.
And now you've got more time and resources for even more advancements.
That's amazing. So like you're actually getting more efficient. You're getting better.
That's it.
You have more time to do the things that really matter.
Exactly. So imagine if you could free up just 5% of your salesperson's time
Okay.
by using AI to prioritize leads.
Okay.
That could be several more customer interactions per week.
Yeah.
That directly impacts the bottom line.
Absolutely. Okay, so then cycle three comes along.
Yes.
We're talking about adding more sophisticated elements.
Yes.
What does that actually look like in a dealership?
So think about that athlete again, right? They've mastered the basics.
Okay.
Now they're ready to add some more advanced techniques to their training.
Got it.
So in cycle three, you can start to implement more advanced AI automation.
Okay.
And because you've got those core systems running,
Yeah.
because your team has got some experience under their belts,
Right.
it doesn't feel like such a huge leap anymore,
Yeah, you're building on what you've already done.
building on what you've already done.
I like that. And then by cycle four,
Yeah.
the protocol talks about this like intuitive understanding of AI.
That's where it gets really interesting
Yeah.
because now your team's not just following instructions.
Right.
They're starting to see for themselves where AI can be applied
Yeah.
to improve the customer journey,
Okay.
to optimize internal processes.
Got
They're
it.
thinking with AI.
That's a huge shift.
It is. It's a paradigm shift.
Yeah, it's not just a tool.
Yeah,
It's part of how you think now.
that's it.
Okay, and then we skip ahead to cycle 6,
We do.
where the transformation is described as like profound.
Profound, yes.
What does that actually look like in a dealership?
So by cycle 6, AI is woven into the fabric of the dealership.
Right.
Like that athlete who just moves so effortlessly with incredible skill.
Yeah.
Your team operates with a whole new level of sophistication
Okay.
and efficiency.
And so what kind of results?
Oh, you'll see increased customer retention,
Okay.
15-20% improvement,
Wow.
significant reduction in marketing spend.
Okay.
Maybe 10% because you're targeting so precisely.
Yep.
Your competitors are going to be like, how are they doing that?
They're going to be blown away.
They are. They're going to be blown away.
So all through these cycles, this thing we keep coming back to is like
Yeah.
transformation and performance.
That's it.
It's not one or the other.
Right. It's both at the same time.
So how does that actually work?
So each 30-day cycle is designed to give you both
Okay.
immediate sales results
Got it.
and those long-term AI capabilities.
So you're not sacrificing now for later. You're doing both at the same time.
You're doing both at the same time.
So can you give me some examples of what that looks like?
Sure.
Like specifically in cycle 1?
So let's say you're in the marketing department.
Oh.
Cycle 1. They're learning how to use AI to write better ad copy
Okay.
or figure out the best times to reach customers online.
Got it.
But at the same time, they're using those strategies
Right.
in their current campaigns,
They're learning by doing.
learning by doing to generate more leads right now. What about the sales team?
Yeah. What are they doing?
So the sales team cycle 1, they might be mastering AI tools
Okay.
for lead qualification and follow-up.
Okay.
So maybe they're using a system that analyzes lead engagement data
Got it.
to prioritize who to reach out to
Okay.
and how to tailor their communication.
So they're using it to close deals right now,
They're using it to close deals
today.
right now.
Okay. And what about service?
Even in service, you can start using AI for things like
Okay.
appointment scheduling or identifying upsell opportunities
Okay.
based on a customer's vehicle history.
Got it.
But they're still focused on taking care of the customers
Yeah.
that are in the service space right now.
It's like this beautiful cycle
It is.
of like, I'm learning, but I'm also doing and getting better.
And the beauty of it is that it creates this positive feedback loop.
Yeah.
So when you drive sales today,
Yeah.
that generates revenue
Right.
that you can reinvest in AI
To get even better.
to get even better.
That's amazing.
And the early wins
Yeah.
give you the resources to build even more sophisticated capabilities.
And then it just keeps compounding.
It compounds over time.
So it's almost like you can't lose.
It's a virtuous cycle.
I love it. Okay, so let's actually talk about
Okay.
how to plan these 30-day cycles
Yeah.
for maximum impact.
So we've got 4 phases within each cycle,
Okay.
each one designed to maintain that dual focus.
Okay.
So phase 1 is fundamentals and preparation, usually in week 1.
Okay.
And it's not just about AI theory.
Right.
It's about connecting your dealership metrics
Okay.
with the insights that AI can provide.
So give me an example.
So while your team is reviewing manufacturer incentives
Right.
and setting sales targets,
Okay.
they're also looking at how AI can help them understand
Okay.
their historical sales data to target customers better.
So even the planning stage has that dual focus.
It does.
Okay, phase 2, execution.
Okay, so this is where your team starts to actually implement the new AI capabilities,
Got it.
but they're also laser focused on driving results
Okay.
with your existing systems.
So they're layering it on top of what they're already good at.
Exactly. So a sales manager might do a training session
Okay.
on a new AI lead scoring system.
Right.
And then in the afternoon, they work with their team
Yeah.
to apply those insights,
Right.
to prioritize their follow-up.
I love that.
At the same time, your marketing team is launching AI-enhanced campaigns,
Okay.
but they're still doing their regular lead gen activities.
Got it. So it's not like they're stopping everything
Oh, no. It's about layering it on.
to do the new thing.
That's it.
Okay, phase 3.
Push for scale.
What happens in week 3?
So by week 3, your team is really starting to master the AI tools.
Oh, okay.
They're finding creative ways to use them
Okay.
to improve customer engagement.
Got it.
They might be trying out new AI-powered personalization techniques,
Okay.
but they're still focused on hitting those sales targets
Yeah.
for the month. Okay, so they're not getting distracted.
No, they're using the AI to help them hit those targets.
Okay, I like that. And then the final phase.
Phase 4, streamline and expand.
So week 4, what are we doing?
So this is where you look back at the progress you've made.
Okay,
You see what's working, what needs to be tweaked,
okay,
and you refine your sales process
okay.
based on the insights you've gained.
Got it.
Your team is documenting their learnings.
Yeah,
And they're applying that knowledge
yeah.
to close as many deals as possible before the end of the month.
So it's almost like the month-end push
Yeah,
takes on a whole new meaning.
it does, because now it's amplified
Yeah,
by the power of AI.
by everything you've learned.
Your sales team is still doing what they do best,
Yeah.
scheduling appointments, following up,
Right.
but they've got better tools.
Yeah.
They've got deeper insights,
And they're more efficient.
and they're more efficient.
So how do we actually know if we're successful?
So you have to measure success along 2 dimensions.
Yeah. On the transformation side,
Oh.
you're tracking things like adoption rate.
Okay.
Are people using the AI tools?
Yeah.
Are the systems optimized?
Okay.
Is your team actually getting better at using AI?
Yeah.
Those are the metrics that tell you about your future capabilities.
And then on the performance side,
You've still got your traditional KPIs,
like what?
lead volume, appointment show rates, close ratios, sales numbers,
Customer satisfaction.
customer satisfaction, all of those.
So all the things we're already tracking.
Right, but now they take on this new meaning
Okay.
because they show you how your AI efforts
Yeah,
are translating into real business outcomes.
I love that.
So you're looking at things like, is your AI lead scoring
Yeah.
leading to higher close rates?
Out it.
Is your AI-powered marketing bringing in better leads?
Yeah.
Those metrics tell you the ROI of your AI investment.
Okay, so then we have this idea of a 90-day vision.
Yes.
How does that fit into all of this?
So the 90-day vision is your strategic compass. It makes sure that your AI goals
Yeah.
are aligned with your performance targets.
Okay.
So your AI implementation goals for the next 3 months,
Yeah.
they shouldn't be just about technology.
Right.
They should be tied to specific improvements
Yeah.
in your sales metrics,
Right.
and your sales targets for the next quarter
Yeah.
should reflect the value that AI is bringing.
So it's like that reminder that we're not choosing between the future and the present.
Exactly.
We're doing both at the same time.
Every 30-day cycle counts.
So to wrap this all up,
Yeah.
the 30-day AI protocol,
Yes.
this is like a really practical way
It is.
for dealerships to actually adopt AI
And grow their business.
and actually make it work
Absolutely.
without feeling overwhelmed.
It leverages the natural rhythm of the dealership.
Yeah.
So you can hit those sales targets today
Yeah.
and build for the future.
I love it.
It's the best of both worlds.
So for those of you listening,
Yeah.
whether you're in management, whether you're running the marketing team,
Yeah.
whatever your role is,
Mm-hmm.
think about this.
Okay.
Remember that analogy we talked about?
Yeah. The athlete
The athlete learning those basic movements?
in cycle 1. Yeah.
What are the fundamental AI skills
Yeah.
that your dealership needs to master right now?
That's the question.
What are those concrete steps
Yeah.
you can take in the next 30 days
In your next cycle.
that are going to get you some wins,
Yes.
but also set you up for long-term success?
That's the key.
That's the starting point
It is.
for your deep dive into this protocol.
And that's what we encourage you to do.